You're listening to the Master Passive Income Podcast Network. Welcome to the free real estate investing course with me, Dustin Heiner, host of the Master Passive Income Podcast. And I have this course because I want to see you successfully invest in real estate. I quit my job back in 2016, and then I had so many people ask me the question, how do I invest in real estate? So I started coaching them one-on-one because it was fun, and I realized two things. Number one, I enjoyed it. Number two, I had plenty of free time because I was not working 40 plus hours of my life at a dead-end job and working for horrible bosses. Well, now I realize that because I make all my money through real estate, I have 30 plus rental properties, single family homes that are short-term, long-term, or mid-term, or even co-living type of homes. I even have 750 apartment units. I have 878 hotel units, and I make my money through real estate. And then I realized, my goodness, I can help people do the exact same thing because I realized that if I serve more people in my life, the better their life gets, the better my life gets. It's just so much fun seeing people get their first property and then eventually quit their job or become financially independent. In fact, I feel fulfilled when my students buy their first property. And so this course, this free course, is going to walk you through the foundations, the plan, the steps that you need to invest in real estate. And I even have this, it's in a video form that you can watch as well, but I charge, kid you not, $500 on my website, Master Passive Income, right now for this content. But I love podcasting so much. I've been podcasting with the Master Passive Income podcast for, 8 years now. 2016 is when I first started. And it might be, that's longer. That's almost 9 years. I started Master Passive Income because I wanted to coach people to invest in real estate with my podcast. Well, you found this one, even though I charge $500. Now there's more in that course. It's called the Real Estate Foundations course I sell on. There's online. Now, there's more things inside there, like downloads and all this sort of stuff, but you're getting the meat. You're getting the nuts and bolts of this course that I charge $500, but I'm going to give it to you for free. But there is more information, more free stuff that I want to give you, like the PDF download that walks you through the entire thing and so many other things like free books and all that sort of stuff. If you text the word rental, RENTAL to 33777, rental to 33777, I will give you my real estate investing course completely for free, all downloadable in a PDF. I get so many people investing just from that course because I'm on a mission to help 1 million people to invest in real estate. Are you one of them? Are you one of those 1 million people? I've already coached over 1,000 people to invest in real estate. And I even have a conference that I put on. I have coaching, I have courses, I have students that graduated and are now coaches here at Master Passive Income. And all of it is just a way to help more people. And I kid you not, the more people that I serve, the more people that their lives are better because they're now making money. But my life gets better because I have so much more joy, more fulfillment because I see people getting what they want. And this entire free podcasting course is all to help you to invest in real estate. And again, you can watch all these videos if you buy my course for $500, but you can get these right now on this free course. But definitely go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. The link will be in the description and get even more free downloads so that you can become successful. Now, here we go. Let's jump into this episode where we're talking about building a business so that you can be successful. And if you didn't listen to the intro episode where I talk about the whole premise, the secret of investing, go back and listen to that episode. And as you do, hopefully the wheels will be turning that this is absolutely something you can do. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a get wealthy plan, one that makes you money in passive income, as well as makes it so you have generational wealth to give to your kids. All right, let's get into it. Hello, and thank you again for being a part of this course on investing in real estate. And I'm so excited for you because you are going to go on this journey that's actually going to lead you. The destination of this journey is to living the life of your dreams, one where you don't have to work anymore, one where you don't have a boss to answer to, one where you don't have to call in sick or request vacation time or worry about money. You're going to be able to do what you want when you want to do it. So here's a quote I want to give you, and it's from Andrew Carnegie. 90% of all millionaires became so through owning real estate. Real estate is the best, in my opinion, the absolute best way to invest your money, your hard-earned money. So let's jump into it. So a little bit about me. That's me on the left-hand side and my beautiful family. I'm so blessed to have them. Again, my name is Dustin Heiner. I'm the founder of Master Passive Income. I grew up in Fresno, California. If you know where Fresno or anything about California, Fresno is right in the very center of California. So I think north, south, east, west, very, very center. That's where Fresno is. Very much agricultural community, farmers, but at the same time, really, really lively place. I'm currently living in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I moved from Fresno to Arizona to Phoenix because of my in-laws. I wanted to be closer to them. They're getting a little older, and I want my kids to be playing with their grandparents as much as possible. And so I moved here, and here's the big key. I didn't need to find a job. I did not need to look for a place to live, and I did not need to worry about my money. So I didn't need to find a job because I didn't have a job. I quit my job already, and my investments, my rental properties bring my money in. So I don't need to find a job. I don't need to worry about leaving a job and losing my income because I had enough coming in. I didn't worry about finding a house because I already had a rental property in Arizona. I knew a long time ago that it'd be good to invest in Phoenix because I invest in all over the country. So I bought a house in Phoenix, and the tenants were moving out, and it turned out, hey, works out. Let's go ahead and move in to the house that we have in Phoenix, which is right close to our in-laws. And also, like I said, I don't have to worry about the money anymore because my passive income from my rental properties comes in every single month, whether I work or not. So I'm married to my lovely wife, Melissa. That's her in the picture. She is absolutely my best friend. A little quick story about us. We met on eHarmony about many years ago. We've been at this video. We have been married over almost 12 years, and praise the Lord, we have amazing kids and everything. So I'm married to my beautiful wife, Melissa. We're raising 4 super fun kids. They're terrific. We're really blessed by them. I've started many businesses personally. So everything from, when I was 13 years old, I delivered newspapers. I was just that entrepreneurial. Then I went on to start my own internet company of website design and graphic design. Then I started a manufacturing of longboards, skateboard business where I went around from shop to shop and sold solar skateboards, as well as sold them online, sold them to many other countries. Also started up many other businesses, like one would be a convenience store and pizzeria all wrapped in one in a downtown Fresno area. I built it from scratch. Basically everything that it wasn't even a foundation, had to start from scratch. Built up that business, sold it 4 years later, was praise the Lord, was able to sell it, and the owner was able to take over and be an owner-operator. Then while I'm doing that, I was actually working a job as well, and I also started investing in rental properties. So I started investing in rental properties back in 2007. So I began my real estate career just before the crash in 2007, 2008. And I literally bought my first investment property in 2007 before the crash. And I'm still doing it, and I'm not working a job, and I will never work a job again because of my rental property. So it is possible even with things like a market crash. So I quit my job in 2016 to live the life of my dreams. Now what I do is I travel all over the world with my family, Japan, Europe, Scotland, Amsterdam, Germany, France, Hawaii, Alaska, Texas, New York, Boston. We just love traveling, and we love doing that as a family. And so we travel all over the world because we have the money, we have the time. I can work from my computer and my phone from anywhere in the world. If I wanted to live in Hawaii, I could literally move my entire family, live in Hawaii, and not miss anything with my rental property business. Let me give you a little bit about how I built my business in just 8 years to be able to replace my income. So I bought my first 19 properties in just 8 years. I'll go through them really quick. So July 27, 2007. So the first ones I'll kind of go through pretty more in depth, but then you'll see how it gets on there. I'll just go through them really quick. So cash invested $17,000 total. That was all. So I didn't owe any money. I didn't have a mortgage. Paid $525 in rent every single month. So after 2 or 3 years, all my money is brought and put back in my pocket, and anything above that has been profit. So I actually paid off this house in like 3 years by the rents coming back in my pocket. And every single year after that, all that is 100% profit. So I refinanced the property, my very first property, Took out $15,000 to buy property number two. Property number two, I bought it for $10,200 cash and rents for $500. I still currently own these properties. And then I refinanced the property and took out another $20,000. Remember, this is before the crash, and so it's easy to get money and refinance your properties and get mortgages. So I pulled out and took more money out. And then in 2008, I bought property number three for $10,000, rents for $500 in June. So I took that $20,000, put it into these next two properties. June 2008, property four, bought it for $7,500 cash. It was because of the market crashing. They were just banks were dumping properties, rented for $500. So we'll keep going. So there's property five, property six, property seven, property eight, property nine. So I just kept buying property after property. So from 2007 to 2010, I bought 9 properties. Then let's keep going. So this is how I quit my job, is I bought 9 properties. 2011, bought property 10. 2011, bought property 11. 12 and 13, it was a duplex all in one. Total of rents, $850 coming in a month. So you can see these are lower priced properties, but I'm making a good amount of money in rent every single month. So let's keep going down. I'm now at property number 19, November 2015. Remember, I started in 2007, November 2015. So that's literally 8 years later. I actually have 19 properties. So the total dollar amount of how much I spent doesn't really matter because I kept putting the profits from all of my properties into buying more properties. So I bought more properties and then bought more properties. I even used a credit card. Now, this is kind of funny. Before the crash, I got a credit card letter in the mail saying, hey, you can get a 0.15 interest rate on the balance for the life of the loan. I thought to myself, well, shoot, that's a awesome mortgage if I were to ever get that. So I pulled out $18,000, and for the life of the balance, I had 1.35 interest rate. So I used that to buy properties as well. So I kept looking for new ways to buy properties. So in just 8 years, I had $9,500 in gross rents, then $6,500 in monthly net profit. Now at the time, I was making about $4,000 a month from my job. You can see that $6,500 easily surpasses my paycheck from my job of $4,000. Now $6,500, I have $2,500 above and beyond what I'm normally making. So in just 8 years, I was able to buy that many properties. And since then, I kept building and building and building. Now I have dozens of properties that just keep bringing in more and more money. And I just love buying more and more properties because they make me more and more money every single month. What does your ideal life look like? Now, when I asked that to myself, I wanted to work at home. I wanted to be with my wife and kids more. I wanted to be able to travel. I definitely did not want to have a boss anymore. I didn't want to be have a clock in and clock out. Those were my things that I wanted. So independence was a big one. Financial freedom, obviously, but then also time. I want to spend time with my family. So what does your ideal life look like? Take a second and think, well, what does your ideal life look like if you didn't have to have a job, you didn't have to worry about money? So what is your ideal life and what does it look like? So what does a perfect day look like to you? Just hanging out watching TV, if it's going for a bike ride, if it's literally going to another town because you have the time to drive, or fly to Hawaii because you have the money. So what does a perfect day look like to you? For me, I wake up really early in the morning, like around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I go to the gym. I do CrossFit, work out really hard, and then come home, have breakfast with the family while they're waking up. Then I am able to just hang out with them. We go to the park. We go to national parks. We just travel, and we do so many things together because all my money doesn't depend on me working. I can literally work 2 hours a month on all my rental properties, and that's all I need to spend, and money keeps coming in. So what's the big picture vision for your life? What would you like to see 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? If you could be like me and say, in 8 years, I will never have to work again, would you want that? I sure would. Looking back now, I'm saying all those 8 years, it was hard work. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I had my business, my convenience store and pizzeria. At the same time, worked my job. At the same time, was investing in rental properties. And I'll tell you what, the investing in rental properties was the easiest part of all that. Everything else was so much harder. Investing in rental properties was the easiest. So, what's the big picture vision for your life? Is it that you want to be able to stay home? Is it you want to be able to travel? Is it that you don't want to have to worry about a horrible boss anymore? What is it that you want your vision to be like in the future for your life? I want you to think about what things are important to you and your family. What's important? Is it financial independence? Is it time where you could spend with your family? Is it traveling? Is it having enough money to buy a car that you guys desperately need? Is it be able to buy a house? Whatever it is, think about how your life can change if you had $6,500 extra a month coming in to your pocket. So what would your life look like if you had an extra $500 a month or an extra $1,000 or $1,500 a month? What would your life look like? I guarantee you it'll look drastically different because you don't have to work for that. You don't have to put in extra hours to do that. It's because your business, your rental property business does it for you. So ask yourself these questions. How would my life be if I did not need to work 40 plus hours a week for someone else in order to make money to pay my bills? Would you be more relaxed? Would you have more time for your hobbies? How would your life be? So think about that. Also think about how would my life be if I never had to worry about paying my bills again, where I literally can just not work a day in my life ever again and have my bills paid for because money keeps coming in every single month into my pocket. How would my life be? Think about this. How would my life be if I could design my life the way I want to live it instead of designing my life around my job? You know, some people might want to live in Hawaii. They say, I just really don't want to live, in the continental United States. I want to live in Hawaii. Well, with rental properties, you actually can. You're not tied down to a job. You're not tied down to a specific location where you have to drive to and from work. You can go wherever you want. You can design your life just like I did. I said, I want to be around my in-laws, or I want my kids to be around their in-laws because I want them to get to know them. So I didn't have to worry about a job. I just up and left. And think about this again. What are the things I would actually do with my time if I could do whatever I wanted to do? Man, isn't that a profounding statement? Your time is the most important thing that you can spend. And I would even say, accumulate all that time together. It's not just the time that's the most important. Your life is the most expensive, the most important thing that you can spend. So the accumulation of all your time put together, that is what's most important. So if you had more time, what would you do with it? Think about this. Where would I choose to live if I didn't have to work to pay for my mortgage? Wouldn't that be amazing to not have to worry about your mortgage ever again? Wouldn't that be fantastic to be able to say, well, I really like living in Florida. I want to live in Florida because there's Disney World, there's the weather's nice, whatever it might be. Let's go ahead and move to Florida. Let's do that. So ask yourself those questions. How would your life be if you could change it right now? We all know we want the dream life. Now, what's the dream life? You have time to do whatever you want. Relax, read a book, do a hobby, play with your kids, be a coach for their little league team, spend more time with your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or basically do whatever you want because it's your time. It's no longer somebody else's time. It's no longer the time given to somebody else for $5, $10, or whatever your minimum wage is, your hourly wage is. It's no longer you spending that time to make money because you don't need to anymore. That time is now spent the way you want to spend it, however you want to spend it. Now, another part of the dream life is money. Having enough money on top of the time to do whatever you want. Now, having enough time, I mean, you could be homeless, just quit your job and not do anything and have plenty of time, but no money and no freedom because you're just controlled by trying to find your next meal, try to find your next place to sleep. You could do that. But with money, you're actually in the driver's seat now Everything that you want to do, you can do. If you want to travel, you want to buy a new home, buy a new car, if you want to go out to a great steak dinner, whatever you want to do, that money is going to help you there. Another part of the dream life is going to be having control. Having control over your life so that nobody else can control you. They can't hold or dangle your job over your head saying, hey, you do it my way or I'm going to fire you. You have complete control over everything in your life. Also freedom. You have the freedom, the independence to do whatever you want. Think about not having to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready for work, get to work by 7:30, 8 o'clock, work all day, come home by 6 o'clock after you go to work at 5. Man, you're free to not have to think about those things, the stress, the worry, the irritation from bosses and coworkers, all that sort of stuff. So this is a dream life. You have plenty of money, plenty of time, plenty of freedom, plenty of control. Now, let's look at what to expect in this real estate investing course. So remember, this is just the introduction. We're going over everything about this course. Now you're going to get 7 more days of great content that's going to help you to invest in rental properties. So in phase 1, you'll be going through 3 days of foundations. This is going to be on which you would build the future financial freedom in real estate and rental properties. So this is the foundation that you need to be able to stand on. If you jump to day 6 and skip foundations, it's like giving you the keys to a car and not teaching you how to drive. It's very dangerous. You can probably do it, but it's going to be dangerous and it could be some problems. So let's go through all the foundations. Let's go through each step one by one. Phase 2 is the structure. So think about a house. You have to have a strong foundation first. The second part is the structure, what you build on top of the foundation. So the structure you build, which sits on top of the foundation, is the frame of the business. This is now going to be a way that you can say, I'm building this business around me so that it's going to be sturdy, it's going to be strong, and it's built on top of a solid foundation. So phase 3 is the finishing touches. In this section, you will focus on the details of your business and how to implement your business properly, because you want to make sure that you have a solid business that makes you money instead of causes money to come out of your pocket and makes you spend money. So this is what you're going to be expect. But remember, there's 7 days here, and I want you to focus on each day as we go through. Don't skip. Don't try to say I'm going to jump from day 2 to day 7. Just go through one by one. It's not going to be long, but it's going to help you dramatically. This real estate investing course is specifically designed for you to learn how to build your financial freedom in a real estate rental properties from the ground up. So it's going to help you from the very beginning to do exactly what you need to do and invest in rental properties. And that is it for this one. Remember, get my real estate investing course completely for free. Text the word rental to 33777 or go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. And if you got anything out of this, I would appreciate it if you went to Apple or Spotify or wherever you're listening and give it a 5-star review. So hopefully more people will be able to learn how to invest in real estate and change their life. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.